I'm cold. I got boogies.
Thanks for tuning in to Sailing BC. I'm Adele and this is Captain Chris. A few months back we bought our very first sailboat, a 2013 Jeanneau Sun Odyssey 409. We sailed her home to Vancouver, BC from Gig Harbor, Washington in one of the coldest winters ever. In this episode, we make our way up to Telegraph Harbor on Thetis Island. We try out our new anchor bridle, catch a fish, get buzzed by a float plane, and sail home in some classic Pacific Northwest weather.
Here we are at Telegraph Harbor, I guess?
What's that?
This is Telegraph Harbor?
And you're filming yourself?
Hi. There we go.
Wanted to get a snubber. Didn't have a whole lot of options when we were getting our boat. I got this Manta one, pretty heavy duty, lots of chafing guards, connects to the chain. I don't know, maybe overkill, maybe not. Hopefully I'm doing this right. It wasn't exactly instructions, so it didn't come with this. So I bought this stainless steel bit, hook on the chain. So hopefully that works. Tie it off on the cleats, and we should be good to go. So hopefully I don't fall in. Trying to put this on.
For those new to sailing, an anchor bridle is a device that attaches to the anchor chain and distributes the load to take pressure off the windlass. We've never used one before, but Chris is able to figure it out, and we're happy that it adds an extra element of security to our anchoring.
Geez, is that the way you do it, or is there an easier way? Okay. Rope management. Loop that around. And with a little luck, this will work. I'll drop the anchor another maybe 20 feet. Capital? I guess so. That doesn't seem right though. It seems like our chafe guards should be protecting this from chafing. Oops. Hey. Fuck. I'm gonna go tie it off like this. So my chafe guards are actually protecting. But anyways, we'll come back and check in a little bit and see where we end up. Yeah, so apparently we're in the runway. Yeah. Well, we just cleared out of Telegraph Harbor on Thetis Island, and it is super foggy. Well, I guess not the worst fog, but misty rain. Everything's just kind of wet. We're making our way up to Dodds Narrows. We got a little bit of extra time, so we're gonna drop the rod out, see if we can hook into some salmon, some winter Chinook. no idea really what I'm doing, but I've got my 40-year-old fishing rod from my father-in-law, and got a fancy green flasher, and this one is a Skinny Jim. So we're out kind of by Miami Islet. I'm not sure what an islet is. Small island? Mini island. So we'll drop it out there. Maybe catch a fish. Probably not. Then we're going to make our way back to NewCastle Marine Park, NewCastle Island Marine Park. And we're going to hook up to a mooring ball this time, see if we are more successful and if we learned anything from the last one. With a little luck, maybe we'll even try and film the fails of the week. Hey, I got my first fish, but it's a rockfish. In case you didn't know, which probably everybody else in the world does, rockfish have poisonous spines on them, and dumb me got poked in the finger, and yeah, it doesn't feel too hot. So I tried sucking the blood out or the poison. I don't think that really worked. So I'm not quite sure how long that lasts. Meanwhile, we were on a tight time limit for getting through Don's Narrows. So after the whole fishing fiasco, Dell has kicked it into hyperdrive. We've got just our jibbo, about 12 knots on the beam, and push the old Yanmar 2,800 RPMs, but we're doing almost 8 knots, and I think we'll make it no problem. So we just pulled into NewCastle Island Marine Park. Way more successful this time on the buoy. Sorry I didn't film it, but it was just kind of chaotic when that happens. And what we did this time was we backed up into it, into the wind, put the swim transom down, hooked it up, and then continued to back up past it, so it was in front. I tied it off to the two forward cleats, and then we just let the wind push us around, and it was perfect. It happened super efficient and easy. Next time we'll film it and we'll be prepared because we know what the hell we're doing. We're gonna hang out here. We got to go pay, take the dinghy down. We might even venture into town, which is that away. Okay, so we're gonna go head to Carlos O'Brien's for some tacos and a beer. Leaving old Akasami behind. Hopefully she's there when we're back. And off we go.
Nanaimo is a fun little town with great amenities for boaters. We wanted to visit the Dinghy Dock pub, but it's closed for the winter season. Fortunately, the cut behind NewCastle offers a variety of opportunities to tie up your tender and grab a bite at O'Brien's or get some provisions. In the summer, there is also a great farmers market and some fun shops along the water. The Harbor Chandler is also just across the water near the government dock if you need stuff for your boat.
So we left Newcastle Island this morning, pretty early at 8. The winds are south 12, 15 knots, and they're going to be shifting after lunch to about 20, 25 from the north. So we wanted to get an early start before things got too dicey crossing the strait. As swell and wind can really ramp up, especially in this area as we go across the Gibsons.
Hi.
What do we do? What's your take?
I'm cold. I got boogies. Sorry, I got nothing.
You're just like... So Dell's a little camera shy, but at least she's good looking. So we're about halfway across the strait right now. We're making pretty good time. Here you can see on the chart, maybe going about 6.4 knots, 6.3. A little north of our, a little bit north of our intended destination at Gibsons, but we've got current outflow at about 2 knots right now, 2 to 3 knots down the strait. So that'll pull us down, and just trying to stay in a close haul on the wind right now. Can't really head any more south unless we go a way straighter line, and wind might be shifting around anyways. We're kind of expecting that, so we're just gonna head a bit north, sort of halfway to Seashell and Gibsons, and then we can always turn down once we get a little closer to the coastline. Wind speed right now is about 17 knots.
This blanket of stratus clouds tucked us in nicely and allowed for a smooth sail back to the mainland. As the day wore on, the sky opened up and treated us to a beautiful blue welcome home. I'll never get tired of this cityscape. Vancouver is home, but now that we've experienced life on the ocean, we are hooked.
So we're just pulling into Vancouver Harbor in English Bay. We got pretty good winds. Take a look. We're cooking at 8 knots.
Stay tuned for our next episode. We put the boat on the hard and take care of some issues from our original survey. Chris tackles some other boat projects by installing Starlink, building a simple solar arch with 400 watts of panels, as well as installing an external regulator for the alternator and 600 amps of Battleborn lithium batteries. We also reveal our new boat name and logo, and we get the boat ready for our big summer adventure to Desolation Sound.